Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. How are you?
Very good. Okay, so tell us, how has 2024 been for you so far?
2024, I think, has been an extremely gratifying year. This year has truly given me a lot, in terms of films, terms of professionally. I think it's been an incredible year because I've had 3 releases. I've had Munja. Munja did 100 crore at the box office, and I think it was a big surprise. And it was just such a solid welcome, actually, in everybody's lives that were a part of Munja. There was Maharaj, which did so well on Netflix. There's Veda. And I feel like all of these things have just given me so much because I've been waiting for that year, that year that kind of gets people to notice you, the year that kind of gets so much of your work to come out. So I've been waiting for that year for a very long time. And I think 2024 really has been that year. That's true.
You grew up in Dadar. Any memory, anything like, because I know about the flower market or anything that you would do as a child in that area?
I think Shivaji Park has been such a big part of my life because, you always have that one hangout place when you're growing up. So I remember I used to go to Shivaji Park quite a lot. It used to be evening, all of us used to go for a walk at Shivaji Park, or we used to go and eat like a Frankie at Shivaji Park. Ice cream, whatever. Like basically we would just chill there. And also because my college was also in that area, so even when growing up, like when I was in college, when I used to bunk college, I used to go to Shivaji Park and chill. I'm gonna really put up my feet and eat. Is that okay?
Yeah, please be comfortable.
I will.
Lunchtime.
Okay.
Okay, your favorite spots in the city?
One of my most favorite spots is Matunga. I really enjoy South Indian food. You get the most incredible South Indian there. So Ramashray and actually also Cafe Mysore is something that I really like. But both of these places are my favorite joints to eat. So I really like Matunga. Also my best friends live there. So it's just, I've had lots of memories like growing up there. Another favorite place would be I think Marine Lines. I think anyone who stays in Mumbai just knows, it's such a beautiful place. You get to sit there or walk there. My school was in Parsi Colony, so the other Parsi Colony is also a great spot because we used to have like a particular Gole Wala. Everyone has like that one. So there was this Gola Wala called Chotu's. I think he still is there. So Chotu Gole Wala was like, I think all of my spots are related to food. Yeah.
I'm so happy because this is BT Bite and I'm only getting food. So it's just really working. Okay, so tell me your favorite Indian festival.
My favorite Indian festival is Ganpati. I love Ganpati, and it is honestly it's the most special time of the year for me. I really feel like my year ends there and begins there. It's something, I go to my native place and we celebrate Ganpati, and I think more than that, it's just the family. It's just the fact that you get to eat such incredible food. You have family around. You have people coming in. I think it's just a very, very positive time of the year. So yeah, I think Ganpati is the year.
Growing up, was there any Bollywood actor you had a major crush on?
I would say Hrithik Roshan.
Really?
Yeah.
So cool. Did you get a chance to tell him ever?
No.
No?
No.
Tell me, what's your most bizarre guilty pleasure?
Bizarre guilty pleasure, which I've stopped doing. When I was growing up, on my birthday, I used to select one particular mithai because I really enjoy mithai. Like I'm big on Indian sweets. And I used to, so when I was 13, 14, 15, 16, I used to eat those many mithais on my birthday.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
So on mithai is it?
Like, no, different. I would pick. It would be my choice of mithai, but the same one. Not like I would eat 16 different. Like when I was 16, I remember it was motichur ka laddu, the soft orange motichur, and I had 16 of them through the day. But it was a thing I used to do. And when I was 13, I remember I had called for like a chum chum.
Okay.
And I had eaten 13 of those.
When did you stop?
I think after 16 I stopped. 16 motichur laddus were quite the thing. But I don't mind doing that guilty pleasure. Like I'd love to do it now. I would love to do it.
Yeah?
I don't think I'll be able to eat.
But now they have so many vegan options, healthy options, gluten-free.
No, all that I don't want. I want the proper one. I love food. I really do enjoy eating a lot.
Tell me, you started as an AD. So what's the most memorable moment you experienced during those days?
I'm not shocked soon. Watching Sanjay sir work every single day was quite memorable. When I was in AD, I used to always just wait for the, like I kept telling myself that, I want to be a Sanjay Leela Bhansali heroine someday, and I want to come back on his set as an actor.
Any special moment on set
there's this one time that I remember Deepika had asked my name, and for me it was a big deal because I was actually behind one of the doors of that Diwani Mastani song, and I was supposed to like open one of the doors. You know, she was supposed to walk in, and that was the shot. So it was an incredible time only because, you know, she very sweetly and very humbly asked what my name was and the other AD's name, and we were just on cloud nine. Like all of us were like, oh my god, she's asked our name.
If you could give advice to your younger self, maybe when you started as an AD, what would it be?
I think I would tell my younger self that I'm very proud of the journey that I've had, and that you know, that just keep going, I guess, keep swimming, like how they say in Finding Dory, keep swimming.
In your recent roles where you portrayed characters with Gujarati and Rajasthani accents, how challenging was it for a Marathi tongue like yours?
So, you know, when I was auditioning, you know, I had gotten this feedback that, you know, your Hindi has a little bit of a Marathi accent, and when you'll have to bring in other accents to Hindi, you'll have this little difficulty. So, I remember I went to a lot of diction classes and dialect classes just so that I get my Hindi to be neutral. And I think that because I did like a fair share of, you know, going to dialect classes and trying to understand language and trying to understand how languages work in the first place. So, yeah, I think that it was a lot of fun also for me because as an actor, I'm always very hungry to kind of doing new characters, characters that have a different way of talking, a different lifestyle, a different way of upbringing. I think it's fun for me. I think I find it really exciting to kind of prep on such characters. So yeah, I think that I had a lot of fun learning a little bit of Gujarati and a little bit of Rajasthani in this process.
And how much time did that take for you?
So when I was doing Rajasthani, it took me around 3 to 4 months to just kind of get that dialect right.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
And when I did Maharaj, Maharaj was actually slightly quicker because my school friends are Gujarati and I used to go to their house and I used to spend a lot of time at their family functions. So I've heard Gujarati quite a lot. So I know this language and I've heard it. So it kind of became easy for me to mimic it because I've heard it so much. Like the sound of it was not alien to me. So yeah, I kind of spoke to a lot of my friends' mums and they shared some voice notes with me every morning. So it was quite fun actually.
Nice. Would you like to say something in Rajasthani?
Oh, in Rajasthani. I'll say my dialogue. My dialogue is on the lines of "Mane nahi chahe koi rakshak, agar ho to koi aisa jo पैर रे तलवार ने लोहे का तवा बना दे."
Oh my god, you really sound very Rajasthani.
Thank you.
Any behind the scenes story while practicing boxing you remember, like a muscle pull, or you know how you cope up with all your physical tiredness?
I remember even when I was boxing and even when I was doing these multiple hours of training, I remember on set I had this massive pull, like, you know, it was like my neck wouldn't move and I had it up until my back, and we were shooting in Jodhpur. I remember going to some 4 different physiotherapists because it just wasn't getting better, and we were in between our action sequence, and then right after that I was supposed to shoot for the Holia song, which had to hit my head all the time in it. So I remember that I went to some 4 physiotherapists and I was doing like morning, evening physio to just get my neck to move a little bit. But luckily, you know, we've had some good doctors and we managed to kind of, you know, the muscle pulls were easy after that.
Actors' life not that easy. What we watch on screen. So we see filmmakers and producers like Dinesh, Aditya Chopra investing in you as an actor. What do you think about that and how do you feel?
Spy universe in YRF or the horror comedy universe at Maddock, both of these are like really, really big IPs, you know, in Bollywood. To be a part of both of them, it's fantastic. Like, I think I'm so grateful because for them to believe in me, for them to feel like I can be a part of such big universes is important because, you know, these franchises are so big that they allow me as an actor as well to put myself out there. It helps me get more work. Like, their belief in me is incredible. Like, it motivates me a lot actually.
You just mentioned the word horror and my mind is wanting to ask you this question. Anything you're scared of?
Yeah, pigeons.
Really?
Yeah, it's strange. I am actually petrified of pigeons. I'll run the opposite direction.
Why?
I don't know. I don't think I don't know. There's not really been any experience or anything. I'm scared of pigeons.
Will you tell us something about your pet you love, Miso?
Oh, my pet. I love Miso. And what do I tell about her? She's just the best thing on planet Earth. You know, when I'm at home, I'm with Miso because I think she's the best stress buster. you know, and I really, really love her very dearly. So I think having her around or even looking at her makes my day.
So when you're not on set, what does a regular non-shoot day look like?
A regular non-shoot day looks like me in pajamas the whole day. That's my best thing. And I love pajamas. You know, I have pajamas where I wear it at night. And then I have pajamas for the day as well because I just love pajamas. I think they're the most comfortable. So I'm always in pajamas. I will possibly binge watch the, you know, whatever I'm hearing about, like a good show, a good film. I'll binge watch it. And I'll spend some time with Miso and eat some nice, good home food.
What's home food for you?
Home food for me is like bhakri and some, you know, sabzi, like one glass of chas. That's my home food.
Simple,
Yeah.
soulful food.
Yeah.
That's the best. Okay, quick choices. Beaches or mountains?
Mountains.
Chai or coffee?
Coffee.
Late night drives or OTT binge watching?
Late night drive.
Who is your 3 a.m. buddy?
At 3 a.m. buddy Miso.
Really?
Yeah.
How cute. Something you love about Mumbai?
I love the city itself. I think that it's, you know, I've grown up in the city, so I have obviously the most fondest memories in the city. But I do really think that I love the people in the city. I think that everybody in the city, they have a purpose, they're driven, they're motivated, and I think that the spirit of the city is really the people. So yeah, I think it's beautiful. It's quite poetic about the city that people here have dreams and then they come to achieve those dreams.
So what next for 2024?
So I'm shooting for a film called Alpha, and that's something that I will be shooting through 2024. It's a really exciting project. It's one of the YRF spy films. It's led by 2 women. It's me and Alia, and I think it's such a cool film. Like, women get to be badass and you know, have some fun. I think it's quite cool. I am looking forward to doing some incredible films. I'm looking forward to hopefully doing a romantic comedy, like putting it out there. I really want to do a romantic film. So yeah, I hope I'm able to do something like that.